Alright. Hello YouTube. This is your boy Tragic. I'm playing Starfield and I'm about to do the little tech like reviews and stuff on certain games after they update to have bad optimizations. Cause I got the graphics card to do it. Like my graphics card is like the standard at 1440p. Every game should be able to play at 1440p ultra settings. Well, not ultra settings, at least high settings to ultra settings, and be able to get 60 frames, achieve 60 frames per second or higher, right? But this game, as you can see, I'm just gonna click on this. I'm just curious. All right, as you can see, this game in particular, or whatnot, is badly optimized. Now they just recently got an update. I'm not using no upscalers. Y'all want to see my settings? I'm not using no upscalers, nothing like that. My shit is set to high settings, nothing, no VSync. I turn the motion blur to medium. That doesn't do anything to your performance. I mean, it probably does affect your performance a little bit. You might get more latency, but I put it on medium. This is just the settings that I use. If you have a 4070, you will understand. If this setting don't work, put it on medium. Ultra settings, the shadow quality, I don't really care for the shadow quality being on ultra, but that's up to you. That's personal preference. Some people put their indirect lighting on ultra. I put all the lightings on ultra. You really can't put nothing else on ultra other than that. You can't turn the textures up, nothing. Like all this is right here, grass quality, ultra. No, you don't need that on ultra. I don't care for no grass quality. Alright. And it doesn't really do anything with the frames, man. I'm getting the same frame. Like you saw that go up to 80 and I'm walking around. Like I'm getting the same frames that I was getting before the update. I don't know if they fixed it for Nvidia graphics card or it's just like an AMD thing. Like I mean, Nvidia be doing that little snaky shit too, where they trying to get exclusivity with DLSS on certain games where it doesn't have FSR. All right, but that's snaky, right? Because I don't understand. I guess they just trying to get more people to come to AMD, and the way they do it is these little sneaky tactics where you're playing a game and the game runs better on AMD because they made FSR better for that game, or they've been. It's like a marketing strategy to make the game look good. And I'm playing this on a 4070. Obviously, you can tell it's a 4070. As you can see that I'm playing on the 4070 or whatever the case may be, right? I'm getting anywhere from 60 frames on high settings, 1440p native. I didn't put no upscaling on or nothing. Only thing, like, to be honest, if you want to know if your upscaling is on, you go down to here. You lowered it down to whatever percentage you want to put it at. Like, let's say you put it at 60, 75%. It basically lowers it down to 1080p, but upscales it to 1440p to make it to have that sharpness or whatever. I get it on cast. Sometimes I like FSR2, but the only reason I don't like FSR2, I mean it looks good with like lighting. Like I got the lighting. I forgot I put the lighting up on ultra. No, so the game runs smooth. I could play the game like this, but you notice certain things don't render as fast when you got like the game on higher settings, right? So, and then you want to play this game on an SSD. I don't know why you wouldn't. I wouldn't put this on a regular hard drive. SSD or higher. You don't have to be M.2. As long as it's an SSD. It got to be at least a fast SSD that can read and write at 3,000 gigs per second. That's what you want. All right. You don't want nothing lower than that. If you get anything lower than that, this game ain't gonna render out good for you. You're gonna have bad experiences. A lot of people saying this game is badly optimized. I beg to differ. I don't think it's badly optimized. I think it's buggy. That's what I get from it. This game is buggy. I mean, when the last time y'all played a Bethesda game? When the last time y'all played a Bethesda game where the game ran smooth as butter when it first came out? When the last time y'all played that? All their games are buggy. I don't think that your FPS is lowering because of your performance or your PC, or you need to buy a more expensive PC. What dude said, which was petty. I don't even know why he said that out of his mouth. He should have just said, well, we'll work on adding DLSS. We'll work on adding other upscaling technologies. Because y'all basically making it seem like this is an AMD exclusive game. If you don't have an AMD card, this and that and the third. But even AMD is having issues with their own game. Like if y'all really want to know, this is an AMD exclusive card. So I think it's Bethesda part. I don't think it's AMD's fault. I think it's Bethesda's fault for not optimizing the game for the FSR2 to look good. Because if FS this is just like I'm over here stumbling on words. If FSR2, this is just my opinion. If FSR2 look as good as DLSS, like FSR, it's a way that they could have made FSR2 look good. Like this game don't look bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, okay, notice when I'm far away from an object, right? It looks jiggered, right? Right? You can see the little particles right there. Like I shouldn't be able to see that, right? But when I put it on cast, which this is the reason why I put it on cast, not FSR2, this is what I get. It looks a little bit better. I don't know. Actually, I don't think that did anything. I still get that. But it looks a little bit better. Like you can tell that it looks more smoothed out though. I mean, I don't got no zoom in technology or nothing like that, but based off my experience of playing this game, I can play the game like this, and this is without the DLSS mod and everything. All right, we about to add the mod. I'm definitely going to delete that shit as soon as I do that. I'm deleting it if I don't like it. I'm gonna put the mod on here and see what latency do I get, because they made this game exclusive to. Let me go ahead and tell y'all something. They made this game exclusive to AMD users. Like it's an AMD exclusive game technically. I mean, Nvidia can play the game. Yes, you can play it on other like cards, but if you want the best performance, you will have to. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to my downloads. I was using the upscaler, but that shit don't work. This is it right here. So basically, you copy all of these, go to content, and then you paste it in here. Right? Now, I might still have some of these files in here, because the game don't look bad to me. See, now I think that... Now, see, here's the thing. Why does that... Alright, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Now y'all see what I'm talking about? Did I do something wrong? Because this was modified on the 17th. I'm going to skip that file. Actually, I got to look at it there. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to add it in there. It's a video to show you how to do it or whatever. The link is in the description. Alright. Either I'm going to skip this file or keep both. Compare into info to both. Let me see how that works. Yeah, replace. I feel like I accidentally kept that in there, and that can affect the game too. So now I come in here. The fuck? It look like the DLSS file is already in here or something. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my downloads again. But that shit not supposed to be in there unless they already did it for me or something. So you go to your DLSS file. Yeah, it's supposed to be this configuration, like whatever. Go to Streamline, you put it in here. This is what I seen on the video. You put it in the Streamline folder. Then you go back to your downloads and you get the DLSS. Is it this? Hold on. This. You get this one. That's weird. Okay, why did it say GX 3.5 and then this one says G? I don't know the difference. I think it's okay. There you go. I said DLSS G. So you go to content, Streamline, boom, replace. Did I already put that in there? We're just gonna replace it. Okay. Then we're gonna go back to the download. Y'all know y'all can skip past this if y'all really want to see the textures and shit. Like it's not a must. To be honest, this right here for me, it's not a must. But if you got like a lower, like a 4060 Ti, and you want more quality or more frames, this is probably the best bet. So what I just did, I did the same way that the Steam did. This is just my opinion. I did this all the time. Hit play. Now I'm gonna delete that shit And I might re-download my whole game because I think I fucked up because the game still looked good. But when I was playing with these textures, and this is just my opinion, and I put FSR2 on with the settings and everything. Now you won't notice anything unless you want to go get the upscaler. Now if you want to get the upscaler one, you have to, that's a mod. Now that's different. But the mod, for some reason, they patched it where the mod doesn't work. So just FYI, if you want to go use the little interface, and this is what Game Pass, by the way, not Steam. Steam, you shouldn't have no issues. Yeah, this is a 10-minute video I made longer than it should have been. It could have been, I'm gonna have to shorten it. I might have to edit it. I'm testing something out. Now, as you can see, I got the mod in here, right? Now you might say, oh, that's frame generation. No, that's DLSS. Cause I don't notice no latency. Well, it do say 75, 71 ms. Cause it was at 30 ms, right? All that is, it might be like latency with certain things. Like if I was like in high traffic and there was a lot of shit going on, then you would notice it. But notice that I'm getting 90 frames. Bro, 90 frames. 87, 90 frames. From 60 frames, 50 frames. This is me putting on. Now what if I put it on cast? And I even put, like, you enable it automatically, but what if I do this? Would that fuck up anything? I'm just curious. Alright, this is what I was getting at first with FSR2, because FSR2 native is just anti-aliasing, right? Notice I'm getting 55 frames. This is what I was getting. Night and day difference. The only thing difference, it looked different. Like cast is like the best quality FSR, AMD quality thing that they got. In my opinion, the Fidelity cast, they need to incorporate the upscaling technology with that instead of going with FSR, the super scaling. Like that super upscaling thing just looked bad. I'm sorry. In every game, unless they figure out how to do with FSR3. I haven't played FSR3. That's a beta. But notice that I'm getting frames that's not there, right? But notice that the game felt smoother, or it looked smoother. Well, you wouldn't notice it because you're not on my thing, but you see the little thing, the graph up there. The graphics are putting, like my lows is 81. You can't beat that, man. That's a night and day difference in frames. I wouldn't mind, like this is a single player game, so it's not noticeable. It's not aggravating. It's not like interfering with my gameplay. Like I'm able to do what I want. Now, I don't know if it will make the game more buggy. And that's one thing y'all gonna have to test out for yourselves with DLSS. Does it make the game more buggy? Or does it make it more, smoother? Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. I'm not like finna go along, but y'all can see the difference with the update. The update did make the game more smoother. I don't know what FPS it was getting before, but I played the game on ultra settings at 1440p, and I was getting anywhere from sub 50 to 60 frames. On certain areas, I get like 70 frames or 80 frames. But from what I'm seeing so far, I'm getting like 90 frames. When I'm in space, I'm getting 120 frames. Because before I added this Fidelity, like if I put Fidelity cast back on and I fly in space, now I could tell the difference like that. I didn't even know you could do that. Because basically, I get the same frames on cast that I do at FSR2 when I got native resolution. Now somebody else say if you really want to activate it, you got to lower down the upscaler. No, you don't. Once you put the DLSS3 in there, that shit reads your card and it pushes your card to where it needs to be. I don't know if the FSR3 frame generation works on here. Let me go ahead and break it down. I don't think it does. Any type of upscaler is going to give you latency. That's just what it does. Let me see what my latency does when I do it. Alright, y'all can go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I'm just showing y'all something, and showing you a difference in latency. Now, notice that the latency went down 20. Like, you ain't getting, but you still getting latency, right? You're still getting latency. But when I put that shit back up, right? You still getting latency. You get 20 more latency. You ain't gonna notice no 20 ms. If somebody can notice 20 milliseconds, you crazy. You must be a geek. You must be a robot. There's no way. In a single player game, no. Maybe in competitive Call of Duty or something like that, yes. I'm gonna turn the darn thing off. I'm still getting, like, to be honest, I can play the game like this and I won't have an issue with the game being 50 frames. But for the people out there that want the game to be 80 frames or higher, or be locked at 60 frames, and that's what y'all want, because really y'all want the game to be locked at 60 frames. Well, that mod does make a difference. It is a night and day difference. It's 30 frames extra. Like, you can't beat that. Like, you can't beat 30 frames extra, bro. I don't know what Bethesda did to this game, because I keep saying beat the Seder. I don't know why, but I don't know what Bethesda did to this game. But I think y'all need to come out with like more upscaling technology for other GPUs. Don't make it exclusive to like AMD, because y'all trying to sell AMD cards, because y'all know y'all cards use so much power, and y'all barely got GDR6 RAM. Like, y'all have 20 gigs of GDR6. Just not me throwing shade at AMD. I'm just saying, but they can't get 6X because it's exclusive to Nvidia. So Nvidia did do something that AMD didn't do, which is exclusivize a chip that goes on a GPU. That's like iPhone exclusivizing Samsung chips for their processors, and they can't use it on Samsung products. But Samsung can make their own chip for that, if that makes sense. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Thank y'all for watching. But now y'all can see the difference between the resolutions, the fidelity cast, and DLSS and FSR2. I don't know if frame generation is incorporated, because I don't think it works. Not on the Xbox version, that is. I mean, I can take out the DLSS, what's the name, and see how that worked, but I'll do that in another video.